Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. The title of my speech is called Aspire to the Top. Most people will tell you, you've got to start from the bottom. Not me. I want to aspire to the top. And just take our own Toastmasters group that we have here today. Think about it. The contest is in 3 days. The National Championship of Illinois. Now, what does that take? 3,000 plus individuals have absolutely competed for the same title. Over in the Philippines, we have different people. Internationally, we get there. 9 people will survive into the final. But only one person going to reach the top. So that's what you neophytes like Caroline, who's taking their first journey, first step, aspire for that. Don't just think about your icebreaker or your second speech, aspire to the top. And when you do that, you'll find, hey, every step I take brings me closer to the top. We all gone through grade school, college, high school, not necessarily that order, although I had to come back where I finish high school. But to go and do and finish, aspire to the top. When you first got your job, you aspire to the top of the job. Unfortunately, you didn't get the job as vice president, but you wanted to be a vice president. You didn't get the job as president, but you wanted to be the president. Most people will not reach the top, but the minute, the very second that you stop aspiring, you've gone flat. You're not going to go any further. You put a retarder on yourself. You can't go 100 miles an hour anymore. But you learn, you get your Peter Principle sort of situation, which I don't believe in. I believe you can be anything you aspire to be. And if you aspire to be the very best, you can be the very best. But you're only going to be the very best if you aspire to. So how do you go about that in Toastmasters? The first thing you learn in Toastmasters, I have to learn how to speak because I'm petrified when I speak. I'm nervous. Everyone is nervous. Any speech you've ever given, if you're not a bit nervous, if the beat and the heartbeat and the throat doesn't gag, you're in trouble. So always aspire to keep moving forward and get through your early speeches as fast as you can. Every opportunity you get to speak, speak. Every chance you get to be at table topics, participate. Because the more times you're up here, the better you're going to be. Actors in Hollywood, they think they're the greatest thing in the world. They are the very best. The Marlon Brandos, the Betty Davises. They're really not. 99% of them fail. 99% of them fail. But they all thought that in high school they were the best. Perhaps in college they were the best. But as they got to higher level, competition got better. And if you're not ready for what you learned from the bottom, as you grow and build and take it up, you're going to be a failure. But don't ever take that as never insist that you're ever going to be a failure. Always be the best you can be. If you say you're going to be the best you can be, you will be. If you keep competing, you'll be that way. I have competed all my life. I can remember like it was yesterday in New Jersey when I first joined Toastmasters. I thought, I'm pretty good. Well, I gave my speech, I won. Gave another speech, I won. I went through 5 speeches. I thought I was infallible until I kept on climbing the ladder. I kept on aspiring. Well, I think I could probably be the #1 Toastmaster, like they're having it. And all of a sudden, someone creamed me. I wasn't effective at all. The guy was twice as good as I was. It hurt. I thought, wow, I'm not infallible after all. So what happened? What happened is I learned a lesson. And that's what you do. You learn a lesson with every speech you give. And I watched other speakers who were better than I was. I watched every one of them give a speech. I picked up little anecdotes, little ways, little body languages that they give. And with every bit, My aspirations grew and grew and grew. And then I won the different contests. I aspired. And as you go in contest, you want to reach the top. As you want to reach the top, you grow in contest, all of a sudden you say, hey, I won the club contest. Wow. Hey, I won the area contest. Now, that aspiration's getting stronger and stronger. I can do it. And finally, I see the list of people condensing. And then I entered the division contest. Competition was very, very good. And lo and behold, not once, but 3 different times, I won the division contest. Now I am on my way. I am going to reach the mountaintop. What I've aspired to is going to make it. And then I got into the finals of the district. All the creme de la creme. 6 finalist speakers. I was one of them. I was ready. I had dynamite talk. I knew it inside, outside, up and down. And I knew, not cocky, but I knew that I had a good chance. In the first contest I was in, all of a sudden I watched the people in front of me. The lady in front of me, one of the ladies, was magnificent. She was fabulous. Well, I knew that I wasn't in her league. She was much better than me. And then I said, maybe I could be second. I listened to the other speakers. Maybe 1 or 2 were better than me, but maybe not. Well, I got the rude awakening that I didn't finish first, I didn't finish second, and I didn't finish third. I came in fourth. Now that was something, a lesson. But did I quit? I kept on aspiring. I keep telling you, aspiring to be the best I could be. So next year, I went in and competed again. I competed in another contest. Remember, always keep aspiring. And what I did, I got club, area, and with every contest I became walking around very, very, now I can do it. I've learned the lessons of the past. And I had a dynamite speech, and I reached the district finals for the second time. 6 excellent speakers. This time, the tables were balanced. All of us were very good, all 6. But when the final results were given, I didn't win 1. I didn't win 2. I didn't win 3. I came again, once again, 4. Then I realized my boat, if you will, had sailed. I realized that, hey, turn the mantle, turn the baton over to the younger people who bring a fresh approach, not something that stayed, but something that's good and excellent. And that's what I did. I became a mentor to try and help all those that are become better speakers. And I did have an impact on that. When you have an impact helping somebody else, you may not have reached the mountaintop, but perhaps, just perhaps, one of the people you helped mentor up will become a world champion of public speaking. And that's my aspiration now. That's what I aspire to. You see the person that I mentor become the world champion. Mr. Toastmaster.